Hey everyone, this is Dave from UniversalMidiController.com, and what we're going to talk about today is the latest enhancements we've made to our Universal MIDI controller, and that is what we call either a wall box or a hand box, depending on how you use it. And what this device does is it's actually a box with anywhere from 1 to 5 buttons, and it allows you to program these buttons through the interface on your phone or your tablet to play a song on your mechanical music machine if you're using our Universal MIDI controller. So what we've got here is a Mills Violano Virtuoso, and if you've got our MIDI controller and you purchase one of our boxes, it comes with a cable that's already connected to the box, and it's got a USB connector on the other end. You just plug this USB connector into the MIDI controller processor, and you're good to go. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and plug this in, and we'll give you a quick demo and talk about some of the different ways these buttons can be programmed. We sell these in different form factors, anywhere from a single button box, which is very small, it's only about that big, 2-button box, which is that big, or a 5-button box, which is what I'm holding here. We also have the option to install a key switch into one of the button positions, and when you turn the key off, it will disable all of these buttons along with the coin acceptor if you've got that feature enabled. And this could be useful if the mechanical music machines in an environment where there's, for example, lots of little kids running around, and you may not want them always playing it, but you want the machine turned on so you can demonstrate it at any point in time. You simply put the key in, turn it to the on position, and then the buttons will all work. If it's in the off position, then the buttons are disabled along with the coin acceptor. So we'll go ahead and do a quick demo and go from there. So we'll go ahead and plug this in. Okay, so I went ahead and plugged in the wall box into the MIDI controller processor, and as you can see, the buttons are lit. They're blue. So we've got button 1 is associated with the playlist for wall box button 1. Button 2 is associated with wall box button 2. Button 3 is wall box button 3. For this particular unit, we've got button 4 associated with the coin acceptor. So it'll play the same coin list, or the same song list as when a nickel's put in, and it will play those songs. And then the 5th button is a key that you can put in to turn the functionality of these buttons on or off. So let's go ahead and play the playlist for wall box button 1. So we just push the button. So we've got a collections of songs by the Beatles for wall box button 1. For wall box button 2, I believe, is Rocky Top. So when we just play wall box button 2, it should play Rocky Top. So obviously when you push the button again, it stops the song. Wall box button 3, I believe, is Dueling Banjos. That's always a favorite for people. So when we push that one, push button 3, we'll always get Dueling Banjos. Next button is coin play, and so our coin play list, we've got programmed for one of these 17 songs. So we'll go ahead and press coin play and see which one of those it plays. started playing When I'm 64 by the Beatles, which is song 17. If we press it again, it will play the next song in line, which in this case is going back to song number 1, which is Turkey in the Straw. And so the next song is Dueling Banjos. So if we press it again, it'll play Dueling Banjos. So the coin play plays the same songs as if they put in a nickel in the coin acceptor, if you had the coin acceptor hardware hooked up for our MIDI controller. If we go to the off position, remove the key. So now when we push a button, nothing will happen. And the same thing, if you put a coin in the coin acceptor, it won't process it until the key is turned back on. So if we go back to the on position and hit coin play, it should play Dueling Banjos. So we've been asked, well, why did you include a button or a key switch option? And the reason we did that is you may have lots of little kids running around your place, and you may not want them to be able to play it without being supervised. So you can just turn it off, and that way they can never play it. Or if the coin box is in a public location, let's say a museum, something like that, and you only want it to be played when the curator is talking about the machine. You know, the curator has the key, they put the key in, and they can play it. So the nice thing about this wall box or the sandbox is you no longer need any type of external device to play your mechanical music machine. You don't need an iPad, don't need an iPhone. You can just walk up to the machine, push a button, and hear a song. You know, the first button could be, for example, Christmas favorites. The next button might be 4th of July or patriotic. You know, whatever you want to program into it, it's all done through the iPhone interface, and you program it once, it remembers it. Even if you turn off the computer, you turn it back on, it will say it saves it all. It's very easy to reprogram. We have these mounting lugs on the wall box, so with a couple screws, you can mount it to a wall, you can mount it to the back of your mechanical music machine or wherever you wanted to. We sell these units in various configurations. You can get it for a one-button unit, which is only, you know, about that big, a two-button unit, which is about that big, or the 5-button unit, which is obviously this large. You can have all the slots can be buttons if you want. You know, you just need to tell us how you want all the buttons to be configured. Every one of these is hand built. You can go to our website, universalmidicontroller.com, for information about costs and how long it takes to get one. You know, if they're back ordered or anything like that. But we think this is a pretty nice solution for any mechanical music machine that's controlled by MIDI. Obviously, it has to have our MIDI controller to use it. We're demonstrating this on a Violano, but it will work on any mechanical music machine. It could be a Seeberg, Wurlitzer, Orchestrion, doesn't matter. The cord that comes with it is, I don't know, it's probably about 5 feet long. You can we've tested with a 32-foot USB extension cord, which are really cheap. You can get them on Amazon for under 10 bucks. And so, you know, if you put one of those extension cords on it, the wall box could be mounted quite a ways away from the music machine. You know, we've tested with a 32-foot USB extension, and it works fine. Haven't gone beyond that, but no reason to believe that it wouldn't work with a 64-foot. So anyway, that's the latest enhancement that we've done to the Universal Midi Controller. Send an email to us if you want more questions. Visit our website, universalmidicontroller.com, for more information, and guess that's it for now. So hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you soon.